us back to that first year. We found the world was new and queer. We jumped and never dared look back. The blasting music in the car, we didn't know we had so far to go. I guess that's how we fall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Wyatt, and I welcome you to Falmouth Academy's annual fundraising auction. This year's theme is Around the World, so we chose to begin the festivities with George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, a piano concerto he wrote in 1924. 60 years later, United Airlines purchased the rights to use the theme in their television commercials. Remember airlines and traveling to your favorite places? We haven't done much of that the past 14 months, but tonight you have an opportunity to fly away to support Falmouth Academy. It is an honor to welcome you aboard and to hand you over to your tour director, Falmouth Academy's head of school, Matt Green. Take it away, Matt.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everybody. And thank you, Robert Wyatt, for that lovely introduction. I'm a big fan. Rhapsody in Blue is indeed a terrific number to kick off our auction around the world this evening. Rhapsody means an enthusiastic and effusive expression of feeling. You'll get plenty of that tonight. And Blue, well, we're Falmouth Academy, right? Well, welcome to our auction this evening, and I am your host. I'll be taking you on a whirlwind tour around the world. So stamp your passport, select your seat, no middle seats, all first class this evening, and grab your favorite mocktail or cocktail, and let's raise a glass. A toast to a terrific evening full of fun, festivities, friendship, family, philanthropy, and Falmouth Academy. I say cheers, Gambe, Prost, Salud, Santé, Nostrovia, Skol. We begin tonight's program right here in the Herman Theater in the Simon Center for the Arts, where ordinarily we'd all be circled around tables, dining, drinking, laughing, and bidding on items that were right in front of us. Rest assured, fear not, we've gotten pretty good at this Zoom thing, and judging by the turnout this evening, you've gotten pretty good at it too. So great to see so many familiar faces out there in Zoom land. I'd like to start by just thanking all of those of you who gave already to the auction the more than 250 items that we've had the opportunity to put up for bid. 250 to a 225 student ratio ain't that bad. Also want to thank our generous sponsors, whom you should be able to see over my left shoulder, I think. Between our sponsors, our silent auction, our classroom donations, and Fund a Need currently still open, we are already more than halfway toward our final destination of $80,000 by 8 p.m. So many, many thanks. Throughout the evening, I will be highlighting a number of the tremendous live auction items that are going to be available to you. And so please grab your devices and perhaps check out, I guess there's some crawl going under here that's telling you how to access our bidding site and get ready to bid. One more thing before I head to my next destination. At the end of the evening, those of you that have registered will be eligible to have your name drawn for this terrific Around the World auction basket, which has a selection of snacks, drinks, and even a voucher, I think, for a room voucher for a spot in the Caribbean. So you don't have to bid a dime, and you're still eligible for this bad boy over here. In the meantime, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the folks that are going to be giving us the soundtrack to this evening's festivities, Mr. George Shar and the FA Jazz Quintet. I just channeled my inner Phil Collins and have jumped across the pond, and I am now currently enjoying a lovely day in Paris. Bonjour, mon ami. Très magnifique. Vichy soir. So glad you're here this evening. You can see over my shoulder the Eiffel Tower, which is about my size. So I guess I'm kind of expecting a little miniature Stonehenge to drop from the rafters, and I can do the little druid dance. Mr. Shar, is a Spinal Tap reference lost on this crowd, do you think?
I don't think so. This crowd is right with it.
Great. Are we going to turn things up to 11 this evening?
We're going to go right past 11 to 12.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Shar. Well, now listen, I want to thank Maisie for that terrific rendition of La Vie en Rose. Just magnificent. And though the flowers haven't always been in bloom this year, we are beginning to take opportunities to stop and smell the roses. And how thankful we are not for so many things, not the least of which is the opportunity to have been open for business since September. Our students are truly travelers. They've traveled from Marion, from Martha's Vineyard, from Barnstable, from Duxbury, from Nantucket, and Shanghai. We're so thrilled to have so many travelers.
Going to Falmouth Academy in 2020, it's a lot different. It's different in a way that isn't negative. The school has taken a lot of great steps to make sure that our time at Falmouth Academy is not only fun and safe, but it's easy for us to learn too, even in our environment with COVID-19. Now that we have these outdoor classrooms, a teacher can schedule a class to be outside under a specific tent. I think the teachers have tried to keep it as close to what it was before as possible while still following the guidelines. The projects that we do, they've just tweaked them so that they're safe to do now in COVID times. Even with the social distancing, we all still have that bond that makes Falmouth Academy so special.
Hi there, my name is Natalie Todd-Weinstein. This year for Science Fair, I studied dosage reduction models on Pogonomyrmex, which is basically just ants for the treatment of addiction. You know, there's so much we don't know about addiction, and anything that we can do to further research on either how to make people more comfortable through the recovery process and, you know, therefore make it more effective, or to just really understand the disease of addiction better is something that is very much worth our time and worth our effort.
Hi, I'm Zach Crampton. I'm a junior at Falmouth Academy, and for my science fair project this year, I studied the presence of microplastics in Cape Cod oysters.
For my science project this year, I studied stepped and non-stepped planing holes.
That ring really dark around my iris. If you have blue eyes,
Wow, remarkable stuff. Well, as you can tell, against all odds, the arts are very much alive and well at Falmouth Academy. And speaking of artsmanship and craftsmanship, I want to draw your attention to some additional live auction items. Admire this incredible calligraphy piece by 2020 graduate Cather Zhang. And who doesn't love Woodneck Beach. Actually, I don't know what that is or where it is, but if it looks anything like this rendering by Julia O'Malley Keyes, I need to get there soon. Behold, Wash Day at Cuttyhunk by renowned artist and alumni parent Joseph McGurl. Or imagine in your living room this handsome, handmade, and finished cherry coffee table by parent Matthew Ray. So nice, I'm not sure I would even put my feet up on it. For the art collector or the art appreciator, there is something for everyone tonight. Thanks, Mr. Shah and the band. Wow, the evening is not even halfway over yet, and the bidding has been lively. Now is the time where I'd like to highlight our Fund a Need project. But in order to do that, I need to reenact this scene from High School Musical 1, Get Your Head in the Game. Come on, you know you've watched it thousands of times. I've got my head in the game. The game of raising funds to refurbish our gymnasium floor, which I'm told is original to the building and is covered with so many layers of varnish that a young science student in the 8th grade took a sample and discovered dinosaur DNA. So that's pretty old. Also, we're looking to replace our scoreboards, which have been known to go off right in the middle of the games, sometimes even when we're winning. And as you know, basketball parents, our scoreboards have been known to emit the most obnoxious sound known to man. I mean, we get it. Somebody's subbing into the game. So, we're really looking forward to having a lively Fund a Need bidding opportunity so that we can refurbish this wonderful gymnasium. And I don't remember my next line, Mrs. Campbell. Oh, right, sure. Thank you so much. Yes, it's a $30,000 project, but the good news is that an anonymous donor has come forward and pledged $10,000 and will match your contributions dollar for dollar. So double your impact, and we will have a terrific, terrific new space for everybody. I think my transition now is to the alumni. Our alumni, if you're sick of hearing from me or you're feeling sorry for me because I'm forgetting all of these lines, let's hear from our terrific alumni.
Falmouth Academy basketball taught me the value of hard work. I am so grateful for the teams I was a part of, the people who coached me, and the lessons I learned here. This gym has given me so many of my best memories. Thank you so much for your support.
Class of 1990. I love playing sports at Falmouth Academy. Being part of a team, games, road trips, practices, it was a wonderful experience. We learned to win with humility and lose with class. Please generously support Falmouth Academy Athletics. Help make a young athlete a better person.
I just want to say a big thank you to Falmouth Academy for helping me kind of achieve my goals, especially academically, because I had doubts, you know, whatever, didn't want to do the work. But once I did it, it most definitely 100% paid off. It basically gave me a foundation. If I never went to Falmouth Academy, I don't think I would be able to write like I can, public speak like I can. It was just, Falmouth Academy gave me such a great opportunity for the things that I want to do, like in my life and for my career in the future.
Hi, this is Thomas Avilas from the class of 2012. I view my time at FA as a formative experience in the best way, including my time as an athlete. As a two-time basketball captain and a member of our championship lacrosse team, I learned a lot of valuable skills like teamwork, perseverance, communication, leadership, and humility, all of which helped me every single day in my work as a pediatrician here at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Thank you for continuing to support the development of our student athletes at Falmouth Academy. Go Blue!
On behalf of all of us here at Falmouth Academy, I'd like to thank you for all your generous contributions tonight. As Matt says, if we meet our fundraising goals, we'll be able to do a full gym floor restoration and add modern scoreboards. Our students and all the community groups that use this facility will greatly benefit from these improvements. Please bid generously, and thank you again for all your support.
Wow! Did you guess where I ended up next? Actually, I am channeling my inner longtime survivor host, Jeff Probst, and saying to you, the tribe has spoken, and you won't be voted off the island if you keep bidding. Anyway, the pyramids. Am I right? Look, look, I can, wait. Oh! How about that? The pyramids are an incredible marvel of engineering. They're inspiring, but really what inspires me is the FA faculty, which I've always said is the secret sauce of our particular Big Mac. Wait, what's that? What's that, Mr. Gallagher? What's that, Mr. Gallagher? That's strange. You mean somebody called in and asked if they could bid on my around-the-world auction suitcase? Are you able to put that up on the screen? Yes, we can. Thank you, Mr. Obama. Yes, we can. So, speaking of faculty, our students actually went and visited our faculty to talk to them a little bit about what they're dreaming of when they can return to travel. But before we hear that piece, let's hear from English teacher extraordinaire, Ms. Monica Huff.
English 9, we set forth on a journey full of adventure, full of discovery through some of the greatest stories ever told. We travel in our major works from ancient Greece to Renaissance Italy to modern-day India, with many stops to sample writings from myriad cultures and time periods. Our odyssey begins and ends with writing. Good writing is inspired and inspiring. Think of the etymology of the word, in plus spirare, to breathe in. While the ancient bards prayed for the muse to speak through them, we know that waiting for the muse will never be as effective as getting out the toolbox and getting to work. As they breathe in the spirits of good writing, 9th graders learn how to discriminate among airy thoughts, misguided gales, and strong inspirational gusts. We learn which winds to unleash and which to keep safely contained in order to harness the power of good writing.
So when you can travel again, where do you think you would want to go?
I got a lot of places I really would like to go. I think probably tops on the list right now is Corsica in the Mediterranean, which is part of France, so I can speak French, but It's also really beautiful, wild country, so that's probably my #1 destination.
When you can travel again, where would you like to go?
I have quite a list of places. First one will definitely be to Amsterdam, see some family and friends. After that, I'd love to take a riverboat cruise in the south of France. And the big one that's been on my list, or big two actually, are St. Petersburg in Russia and Egypt.
That sounds
someday.
Cool. I will go to Scotland.
Scotland?
The Highlands of Scotland.
Okay. Do you have any specific reason why you would go there?
Yes, I am of Scottish descent, and I want to see the family castle in Rothshire.
Cool.
I'd like to go to Australia. I'd like to visit the Hobbit holes in New Zealand. I wouldn't mind going back to Paris. Where else would I like?
I'd love to go everywhere. It's a matter of time, right? So definitely the ones I mentioned before. I'd love to go to Australia. Vienna would be amazing. I'd love to go back to Scotland, Iceland, but I'll go anywhere. Mexico.
When you can travel again, where would you go?
When I can travel again, where would I go? I think Hawaii.
Is there any reason for that?
Well, it's domestic. It's within the United States. I like the healthcare system of the United States. It's one of the safe states, and it's warm, tropical.
But if I had a choice, it'd be somewhere very warm. Caribbean.
What's your bucket list?
My bucket list is to get back to a Green Bay Packer football game, to be able to go to Cooperstown this summer, and Nantucket. That's a bucket list for the summer, and hopefully that can happen.
Ooh, I cannot wait to take our students back on our service learning trip to Costa Rica.
And what's your bucket list of travel?
My bucket list of travel, that's a great question. I don't know, actually I'd really like to go climb some volcanoes in Iceland.
Europe or Costa Rica would be my top 2 choices.
And what's your bucket list of travel?
Bucket list of travel, Southeast Asia, South America, and Australia.
Tonight's auction also features a number of experiences hosted by members of our incredible faculty. Martha Borden, our resident baker extraordinaire, offers both a pie baking workshop and sweet treats for a year. Who can resist that? And if you're filled up on sweets, go take a hike, literally, with our resident geologist, Liz Klein. Or
Later. Yeah, Mike, nice fish. Mike, this is getting boring. Here we are about 4 minutes later. I wonder what it could be. Oh, that's a nice fish.
If you don't catch any fish, but you want to learn about lacrosse or music, we can talk about those things too.
Yes, and plenty of cheese whiz to go around.
Well, I've hopped continents once again. How's that fun to need going, Mr. Gallagher? Wow, 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 wow. Thank you to the Naughton family, the Gearhart family, Catherine Parsons, the Johns family, John Dooley, the Shakoy family, the Kahn family, the Brown family, the Thrasher family, Megan Eagle, Emma Stillman, Ana dos Santos and Bob Pritchard, Brendan Richard, Stephen Harding and Storm Swain, Jill Reeves, the Goggin family, Joan and John Holden, Laura Louise Peterson, the Langle family, the Gallagher family, the Thomas family, the Brienza Bridgers family, the Ritterford family, Mark and Carla Hutker, the Griffinberg Kellogg family, the Goldman family, the Waite family, and the Ray family. And we'll have an opportunity to thank continuing donors to the Fund a Need as soon as we get toward the end of our show. As you know, the proceeds of this evening's event do benefit the facilities, the program, and the faculty of Falmouth Academy, but the object of your philanthropic inclinations would probably be best impacted on the students. And when you give to the school, they give to the students in turn give back to the world. Around the world is indeed an appropriate theme for this evening's event, because here at Falmouth Academy, we measure success not only by the places that our students go, but by the distance that each has traveled. Let's hear from some of our terrific students.
Je vais à la boulangerie pour le petit déj. Il n'y a pas de baguette, donc je mange mon croissant. Puis j'ai marché au café pour un grand déjeuner. Il n'y a pas de biscuit, donc je mange mon croissant. Puis je vais au restaurant pour prendre le dîner. Il n'y a pas d'escargot, donc je mange mon croissant. Je vais chez moi juste après pour me coucher. J'ai vécu mal l'estomac. J'ai mangé 60 croissants.
Thank you, Wyatt. And I suppose from one Wyatt to the other, it's an opportunity to highlight some of the tremendous packages that are still available for bid as you think about getting back to traveling, dining, and spending time with friends. Speaking of friends, have your friends over for an evening with musical raconteur Robert Wyatt, a Gershwin specialist, or take your family March break to this tremendous Hawaiian villa, or climb aboard this tall ship Shenandoah, learn to talk like a pirate on the open seas, or spend a relaxing long weekend in this cottage in Vineyard Haven, a short trip to a long ways away, to be sure. Or have your friends to Chef Roland's, who will prepare, I'm sure, what will be a spectacular meal for all of you. Or you can learn to cook with the folks from the Atria, either virtually or in person. Or celebrate your graduate with our VIP graduation package. Beautiful scene here out in the quad. Or come to our signature summer concert series, On Us.
And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know?
Wow, America's Got Talent. I don't know if, aside from the band, this evening's presentation would be perhaps evidence to that effect, but we're going to take their word for it. Sons of Serendip actually was the last concert that I attended prior to the lockdown, and I can say they had me at hello. I mean, I was putty in their hands. Word has it that there has been a bid on my suitcase. Thank you, Mom. In the meantime, I have touched down here in a special place that's near and dear to the hearts of those of us here at Falmouth Academy in China. And we'd like to extend a special hello to our families in China. As some of you may know, many of our students have been home since last March and have been studying virtually the whole way through. Some go to school at 8:15 in the evening and study straight through to 2:45 at night. You have our deep admiration, and we really, really can't wait to see you very soon. Tonight, as I mentioned at the start of the show, we are auctioning off a Around the World auction basket, and the time has arrived. So I'm going to ask Miss Campbell to pass me the basket. Thank you, Miss Campbell. I'm going to shake it up. And the winner of the Around the World auction is Megan Eagle. Congratulations. What a terrific win. And I am going to be heading on the road again But I think, Miss Campbell, before I do, this is my opportunity to introduce to you the real stars of the show, our terrific FA Jazz Quintet. So I'm going to go, actually, I didn't tell the people this, but I'm going to go off camera for a minute, and I'm going to be back on the other camera, so hopefully I can handle that. All right. How about it, FCTV? Yes, it worked. Good. All right, so I would like to introduce you first to the maestro himself, Mr. George Shar.
Thank you.
And on guitar, Mr. Tyler Harmon. And on violin, Ms. Luca McDonald. Back on the drums, Miss Emily Lazarus. Over here on sax, Mr. James Goldbach. And over here on piano, fingers himself, Mr. Matthew Coggins. I give you the FA Jazz Quintet under the leadership of the maestro himself, Mr. George Shar.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, speaking of winning, what a winning performance, Mr. Shar. Who will be the lucky bidder on the lucky lottery package of 41 lottery cards? You win this bad boy, and you just might be able to give to this auction for the rest of your life. Or maybe home improvement is more your thing. Who better to help you than Eck McNeil Architects or C.H. Newton Builders? Well, I'm finally back home. There I am, back home. It's time again to thank our generous donors this evening. I'd like to actually, before I do that, say how grateful I am to our generous sponsors and to our travel crew, pilot Julie Waite, co-pilot Kira Mercer, all of our parent volunteers, and of course my team, Pam Hinkle, Barbara Campbell, David Gallagher, Martha Borden, Charlie Jodwin, and George Shar. Do I have an update on Fund to Need, Mr. Gallagher?
Yes, we're at 15,000.
That would suggest that we made the match, is that right?
Correct.
Fantastic, very exciting. Thank you all so much. I'd like to just close with one more video to remind us of why we're all here tonight, and it's entitled appropriately, YFA.
You know, the small community and just the helpful learning environment where you know, everyone feels like almost a family.
The connection with the teachers.
People are really nice here.
Everybody is very caring.
All the students are really supportive of you, and they will help you achieve your goals, and you can usually find people who have the same goals as you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it has a very good library. I like the focus on academics.
The teachers are very caring, and like you can text them.
Because it's awesome.
and they'll always say yeah.
We have an incredible campus, but I think what really makes Falmouth Academy so amazing is definitely the teachers. That's probably the number one thing.
Watch this.
For the community.
The academics.
Well, everyone knows each other.
I am really big into music.
It's really cool. Very nice.
YFA indeed, what a terrific evening we've had. We have, as occasionally occurs when you get a tailwind on your cross-Atlantic flight, we appear to be landing a little early, but don't worry, there'll be plenty of lines for you in the airport. I wanted to close the evening by recognizing several names of folks that have come forward in the, since my last reading, and I don't have my glasses, so excuse me, you're going to get kind of an extreme close-up. Oh, no, they backed me up. That was no fun. Okay, so I'd like to thank the McCabe family. Gosh, I'm having trouble reading this, Miss. Is it Mary Linnea Jones, Liz Klein? I don't know it's my vision. I think it's your handwriting, Miss Hinkle. Liz Klein, the Mercer family, Susan Moffett, the McDonald family, the Giancola family, the Feldman DeMello family, the Cleary family, the Miskell family, the Ackerman family, Jing Chen, the Green family, thank you, honey, the Hinkle family, the Novak family, the Galvam family, and the Greco family, and Doug Jones. So many folks have been so generous, and we're so thrilled. And of course, all of the proceeds this evening will go directly into the program, people, and place that are Falmouth Academy. So that brings us to a close. We are thrilled that you joined us. We can't believe your patience in allowing us to kind of have some fun tonight with this production. I think you probably sensed the amount of work that went into it. When we were doing this last year, we were just like a month in, and we were just sorting things out, figuring this out. And we said, as I said at the beginning of the show, this year we have to turn it up to 11. And I think we did. And certainly you did, and that's what's most important. I have now gotten another line, which is from Ms. Campbell, Ms. Hinkle, which says that our fund to need finished at $25,385. The match was triggered. We couldn't be happier. So grateful. Anything else, Ms. Hinkle, before I ask Mr. Jodwin to roll the credits? We are open till 9 p.m. for bidding, and our fund to need through the week. Mr. Jodwin, could you be so kind as to roll the credits? Good night, everyone.